interpretation of seventh house lord in the 12th house is that the spouse could be of different cultural background or the foreign origin, or there could be high chances that after marriage you can settle somewhere far from your birthplace. Do not confuse with the seventh lord in the 12th house with the malefic, much malefic, because the planet's position always change the concept. So in the future short videos we will discuss all the lagna wise, all the seventh house lord in the 12th house. So please subscribe the channel and join and share so that everyone benefits from this Jyotishgher astrology. Say Radhe Radhe, Namaskar. Characteristics you can obtain if seventh house lord, whatever the luck you have present in the 12th house, in that case your spouse would be spiritual, philosophical, creative, imaginative, and would like to work in the hospital, paramedical sector, airport, research lab, religious center, or something related with that. Say Radhe Radhe and subscribe the channel now with a smile. If sun number 5 is written here and sun is the lord of this house and sun is placed in the 12th house, and in that case you are Aquarius ascendant, in that case the spouse would be of a kind of spiritual person, a kind of private person. The spouse would be an authority figure and would like to be an independent and influential. So sun is in the sign of the Capricorn, the spouse would be hardworking. Say Radhe Radhe and subscribe the channel with a smile. 7 written here, Venus is the Lord, and Venus, if you see that in the 12th house, in that case you are Aries, Venus will be exalted here, then it would be a smiling for you. The spouse will be good looking, charming personality, financially very sound, and unconditional love and affection with you. Venus is in the sign of Pisces. The spouse would be very creative, high imaginative, and working in a creative field. Say Radhe Radhe, subscribe the channel with a smile. 9 is written here means Sagittarius signs, mean Jupiter is the lord, then in that case you are Gemini ascendant. If Jupiter, if you present in the 12th house in the Taurus sign, in that case your spouse will be broad perspective on life. Your spouse would be well educated, well informed, well traveled, and might be working in the hospital paramedical sector. Jupiter is the sign of Taurus. The spouse would come from a good family, good healthy status. So say Radhe Radhe, subscribe the channel with a smile. Number 3 is written here. In that case, number 9 is written here. Means you are Sagittarius ascendant and Mercury is the lord of your 7th house. If Mercury is placed in the 12th house, in that case, what will expect? In that case, the spouse will be intellectual level will be very high, very conversation, communication, sharing ideas will be quite interesting. She would like or he would like astrology, psychologically, philosophy, and spirituality. Say Radhe Radhe and subscribe the channel. Number 4 is written here. In that case, the moon is the 7th lord. In that case, 10 number is here means you are Capricorn ascendant, and if you see that the moon is present here, in that case the spouse will be like your motherly figure. The spouse would be motherly type, very emotional connectivity. You would feel very warm and comfortable in the company of your spouse, and the cultural background might be different. Say Radhe Radhe and subscribe the channel. 10 is written here means Capricorn sign, means Saturn is placed in the 12th house, means you are Cancer Kark Rashi. In that case the Saturn will be in the Gemini sign. That will be wonderful. The spouse will attract the relationships very mature in life and treat marriage as a responsibility. So do not confuse that the 7th house lord in the 12th house always deals with the divorce situations. So please consult with the proper astrologer. Say Radhe Radhe, subscribe the channel with Leo means number 11, Aquarius falls here. Saturn is the lord. If Saturn is present in the 12th house in the Cancer sign, in that case your spouse will attract relationships serious outlook towards life. Your spouse would be a senior to you, very mature to you, very conservative, hidden emotions, and very conservative about saving of money, and working will be in the 24 into 7 in the government sectors will be the high probability. Say Radhe Radhe, subscribe the channel with a smile, and do not confuse these situations always. Libra ascendant, then number one falls here, means Aries sign, and Mars is the Lord. If Mars present in the 12th house, means in the Virgo. In that case, the spouse will be self-driven, the spouse will be goal-oriented, the spouse will be passionate, and will have tremendously wonderful analytical skills. Say Radhe Radhe, subscribe the channel with a smile, and don't worry for that. Number 6 is written here. In that case, number 12 is written here. You are Pisces ascendant, and Mercury is the lord of your 7th house. If you see that Mercury is present in the 12th house, means here is Aquarius sign is placed. Mercury is in the house of Aquarius, means Saturn house, both are friends. So spouse would be technical and scientifical, and he or she will be very spiritual, and will be have a healthy relationship, and the sharing of ideas and communication skills will be quite good. Say Radhe Radhe and subscribe the channel. 2 is written here, means the Taurus sign, Venus is the lord. In that case, number 8 Scorpio ascendant you are. If Venus is placed in your 7th house, in that case Venus is in the sign of Libra, means exalted, means in own sign. The spouse would be natural diplomat, peacemaker, and would love to solve any conflict with the strength of love, and working in the sector of healthcare, paramedical, public relation, human resources, etc. Say Radhe Radhe and subscribe the channel with this. 12 means Pisces signs in your 7th house, and 7th lord Jupiter placed in your 12th house, means you are Virgo. In that case, your spouse will be well educated, well informed, well traveled, and had many different experiences of life, and he or she may be a teacher, or will be a mentor, a guide. A spirituality will be very good, leadership, professor, and entrepreneurships, and would like to travel outside the country. Say Radhe Radhe, subscribe the channel with a smile, and don't confuse with a divorce situation. 8 is written here, means Scorpio sign, Mars is the lord, and Mars is placed in the 12th house, means you are Taurus. In that case, your spouse will be passionate, will be goal oriented, will be self driven, and masculine type of nature, strong willed, strong power, impulsive with money, and like to work in the forces, mechanical engineering, and the similar types of fields. Say Radhe Radhe, subscribe the channel.